What is up, chat man? Today we are reacting to proving Michael Jordan is the GOAT without a single scoring stat. And this was highly anticipated and highly recommended. If you guys are new to my channel, or if you guys already know, I'm the biggest LeBron James fan of all time. And you guys highly recommending me this, knowing that, listen, I'm the biggest fan, so I know I'm a Jordan fan now, but I don't know how this guy's gonna pull it off. Without a single scoring stat, man. I'm excited for this though. Let's get straight into the video. Yes, sir. If you're new to the channel, you like old NBA content, hit the subscribe button, man. But let's get into it.
9th and 60th points. He's got him. 60 points for Jordan. Jordan ties the game. Oh, boy. 63 points, and you're looking at an all-time record.
For the shot clock and the game clock, Jordan, yes! And Michael Jordan with 55 points for the second highest total in an NBA Finals game.
Oh my God, stop.
For real, just stop with the scoring highlights and numbers. It's not fair that no one can match Jordan's scoring prowess. It's not fair that he broke all those records during the defensive era of the NBA. It's simply not fair that no one from this weak defensive era can match his scoring output. In all seriousness, we all know how legendary of a scorer he was. That was his biggest strength, but that
I didn't know. I found out the hard way.
doesn't mean that was
You
his
guys can check that out on my channel.
only strength. Scoring isn't the only reason why many basketball experts believe he's the GOAT. So I'm going to answer the challenge and not mention a single scoring stat for this video. Little do they know that this will only make his GOAT case stronger. Let's start with the total opposite of scoring, playing defense. Michael Jordan took that role as seriously as scoring the ball. That's why he was able to obtain so many defensive accolades and records. He is unquestionably one of the greatest perimeter defenders of all time. He has 9 All-NBA defensive first-team selections.
I'll give Michael Jordan props. He wanted to die on that court. He put his blood, sweat, and tears driving in, dunking on people, playing defense on the other end. Respect to Jordan. Big respect, man.
That is an all-time record
Sheesh.
that he shares with Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, and Kevin Garnett. Let's move to the steals department. He's 3rd all-time in career steals per game and 4th in career steals. Now what about blocks? That is a stat that is dominated by centers and forwards. Guards just don't have an impact on that aspect of the game. That's a statement that can't be said about Jordan. He has the most career blocks by any guard ever. Now
What? Okay. Good thing for LeBron. He's a small forward.
let's talk about advanced metrics, more specifically, defensive win shares. This is another metric that is dominated by big men. In fact, only 3 guards appear in the top 30 for career defensive win shares. Among those players is Michael Jordan. He is 21st all time and 3rd among all guards. The 2 guards ahead of him is John Stockton, who played 432 more games.
Okay, but I don't think any point guard or any guard at all, point blank period, even compares to Jordan. Genuinely, I don't even think any point guard compares to Jordan. He is way too athletic and just way too good to even compare in that realm with point guards. Genuinely, any guard around his height and lower.
And Jason Kidd, who played 319 more games. So let me get this straight. The record 9 All-NBA defensive first-team selections proves that he's one of the greatest individual defenders.
Yeah, how?
Finishing the top 5 in career steals and finishing number 1 in blocks among guards confirms that. Then the fact that he's 3rd among guards in career defensive win shares is just a cherry on top.
What?
The numbers say that he's one of the most valuable defensive assets a team could ever have. And yet, I still don't think this is enough. So let's get some testimonials from players who witnessed his defensive greatness. Let's start with a former teammate, BJ Armstrong.
You guys down below think that, LeBron would get clamped up by Jordan and vice versa. Do you think LeBron can clamp up Jordan? Let me know down below. I'm very curious about that.
He mentioned this to ESPN back in 2020. Quote, "In my mind, Michael was actually a defensive player who also happened to be an exceptionally talented offensive player. In many ways, he knew the game on that side of the ball better. The way he moved, anticipated, and invented ways to score based off what he saw on the defensive end. He never cheated the process."
Oof.
End of quote. Then we have what Christian Laettner said to Dan Patrick in 2024.
My first impression of Jordan and my lasting impression of Jordan is how much effort he put forth on the defensive end. Michael Jordan was the greatest defender also. And look at the effort Kobe Bryant put forth on the defensive end. And that's where the differences are made.
We mentioned the stats and testimonials. We also have individual
LeBron is a good defender. I'm not going to just make this video about LeBron at all, but LeBron is a good defender too, but low-key, he's kind of proving me wrong right now. Like, we're only a couple minutes into the video. It's going to be a hard video, man.
accolades that he won. For example, he won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 1988. Recent events have caused many detractors to question if he was truly deserving of winning that award. This hasn't fazed me one bit. Here's what I know. In 1986, when Jordan missed nearly 80% of the season, the Bulls had the worst defensive rating in the league. In the following year, they jumped all the way up to 11th. And in 1988, they had the third best defensive rating.
Okay.
Michael Jordan deserves all the credit for that improvement. Here's why. In 1987 and 1988, he led his team in steals and blocks. Let me say that again. A shooting guard was their best.
This guy is he's proving me wrong just with stats. I never knew a GOAT comparison video or a GOAT video. I can lose the argument just with stats, not even highlights, not even score. This is so bad. Wow. Wow. Is LeBron that much worse than Jordan?
Rim protector, while also creating easy offense with his steals. He did that for 2 straight seasons. Do you realize how rare it is for a guard to be the team leader of those stats? If they gifted him a few undeserving steals to his stat sheet, who cares? That doesn't change the fact that he was unquestionably their most valuable defensive player. I could stop right here and you would hear everything you would need to know to debunk such an asinine statement. Michael Jordan was much more than just a great scorer. You could even say that he was just as good of a defender. That's what made him the greatest two-way player of all time. But stopping here would be a disservice to the GOAT, because there is so much more to his game that needs to be addressed. For example, he was always considered one of the best all-around players in the league throughout his playing career. We all know what he accomplished on the defensive end. Now let's take a look at the offensive end. We're going to be looking through the 1984-85 season, Jordan's rookie year, to the 1997-98 season, Jordan's last year with the Bulls. During that span, here are the number of times that player averaged at least 6 rebounds and 5 assists in a season. The player with the most is Clyde Drexler. He did it 10 times. Next up is Scottie Pippen. He did it 8 times. Third on that list is Michael Jordan. He did it 7 times. He did it as many times as Larry Bird, who also did it 7 times. The next player up is
In his rookie season? What?
Magic Johnson, who did it 6 times. So if you take away the scoring, Jordan was still contributing in many other ways. Let's keep in mind that the 80s and 90s were different times in the NBA. Positionless players were not something that existed during that era. Every player had a role. If you were in the front court, your job was to grab rebounds and block shots. If you were the point guard, Your job was to facilitate.
Okay.
If you were the shooting guard, there weren't going to be many opportunities to boost your numbers in those categories. Players such as Michael and Clyde Drexler were the exception. They had the necessary skills to excel in everything. If you look at each season of his playing career, he was
I feel like Clyde and Jordan are very similar, but they were compared, right? Let me know down below. But I feel like they're very, very similar to the point. But it's like they're very similar, but not at the same time. Like Jordan's way higher and way better, but they're like similar, you know?
consistently one of the highest producing rebounders and facilitators for his position.
Wow.
We're talking right out of the gate in his rookie season. He finished first among shooting guards in rebounds. In 1989, he finished first for his position
What?
in assist. In 1993, he was once again first.
Nah, Jordan just wanted to be the best at everything. I'm fully convinced. I feel like he knew that the whole new generation there can be better players than me and everything. I need to go crazy right now. I need to be the best at everything right now. And he's basically proving it. This guy has been playing 70 to 80 games maxed every season. He doesn't do load management. This guy is different, man.
in rebounds, and in 1998, he finished first in rebounds for his position. Don't be fooled by the
What?
numbers. The 80s and 90s were a different time. Even with the limited opportunities to contribute in other facets of the game, he still found a way to get hits. In many ways, it was much more difficult to be an all-around player during that time. If he played during this era or the 60s era, his numbers would also be inflated. But if you look closely at his game and the numbers, you'll see how great he was at every aspect of the game. He just also happens to be the greatest scorer and greatest playoff performer. You mix that with his 6-0 finals record, and you'll get the greatest player of all time. That is how you successfully defeat a challenge. Can you all do the same? Comment below on why Michael Jordan is the GOAT without mentioning any scoring stats.
Chat, we gotta definitely talk about this. I didn't know that he can accomplish this. Prove me wrong just with stats. This kind of finalized the GOAT debate for me. I feel like Jordan's just up there, man. I feel like he is the GOAT for sure. I'll be completely honest, man. Like I try to sometimes say, you're not really the GOAT, but like this was a crazy video, man. But this is the end of the video, chat. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man, and recommend me some more stuff to react to. With that being said, man, I'll catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.